Ah! I was napping. Time to start the show. Start the show. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Audience. Fears. What's up? Well, today's another show. We had two great shows from Mr. Lantern on Thursday and Friday that I was both on. It had been a while since I had been on, so that was very cool, very nice. I haven't got much for you guys. Today, I just kind of rested, and I watched a bunch of movies, and I didn't really go on anywhere, and I got a lot of naps in, and I took a poop. Oh yeah, that was about it. Coffee first. Oh yeah. All right. So let's open up the chat. But yeah, I just kind of stayed in and just kind of hung out. I didn't really go anywhere. I was just chilling. All right, let's open up the chat, and then I'm going to call Mr. Lantern, and we're going to get things rocking and rolling. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh man. Ugh. Damn. Ooh. Anyway, today's topics are, we're reviewing 4 movies. I watched Meatballs and The Great Outdoors last night, and then I watched Ace Ventura and Meatballs last night, and then today I watched The Breakfast Club and The Great Outdoors. So that's what we're reviewing. I tried to watch this, but I fell asleep, so I'm going to try to watch it again tonight. So yeah. Fears has been very sleepy. Very sleepy. So we're going to do that. Then I thought we're going to do 10 YouTube tips. Then we're going to talk about your guilty pleasures in life. Like, what are your guilty pleasures? I'm going to write mine down, and then there we are. Okay. So, let me open up the chat. There we are. 10 YouTube tips. There we go. And, yo, Mr. Lantern is here. What's up? He says, yo, howdy, y'all. Are you live? Is this live? It's definitely live, y'all. What's up, Tina? What's up, Dave? How you doing? Howdy, Tina. Well, I'm still going to call Mr. Lantern. Coffee first. Hang on, Lantern. There we are. There we go. I'm trying to wake up myself, Lantern. Dave says, hey, Lantern. 3 first? Oh, we can do that, Lantern. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Oh, yeah. I already did that, Mr. Lantern, but I'll do it again for you. All right, let me call Mr. Lampy. He had a hell of a show. I don't know when he closed that show off, though, because I got out of there like at, 4 in the morning. It was pretty crazy. But it was a lot of fun. Museum was showing a bunch of belly buttons. Lantern was going nuts. I was going nuts. Larry was in there for a little bit. I don't know if Larry's still upset with me. I have no idea. I hope not. And then Visions was in there. So we had a good old time. It was a lot of fun. Let me call Mr. Lantern. And no yak off. Good fucking riddance. Yo!
Yo!
What's up?
What's up?
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Lantern, what are you doing?
How about y'all?
What are you doing, buddy?
Not much. How about y'all?
I'll be honest. I didn't do much of anything today, buddy. I watched a whole bunch of movies and I took some naps. I was tired. I just stayed in. What'd you do?
Not much got to home in the house today.
You were at the house?
Yep.
Just chilling? Okay.
Yep.
Hey, do you mind posting the link in the Discord? Because, like I said, I'm gonna stay out of the Discord for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
I appreciate it. How's everything been going on in there? Have they been going nuts in the Discord, or have they been kind of chilling out, or what? Have they been chilling, or have they been going nuts?
Been going nuts again.
They're going nuts?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, that's why I'm staying out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going nuts on me, or what are they going nuts about?
I don't know.
Okay. Never mind, Lantern. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for letting me be on the show last night. That was a lot of fun. Hanging out with you and Visions and Museum. What time did you end your show, man? It was late. I left like at 4 something. What time did you guys close?
Can't remember. 3 or 4 in the morning, probably.
Oh, so like right after I left?
Yeah.
Because I left around, oh man, 4 I think, 4:30ish. I mean, I was tired. I went right to bed. So yeah, and then I woke up. Maybe that's why I'm so tired, because I pretty much just hung around the house. I didn't go anywhere. I checked my mail. That was about it. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good day, buddy. But I mean, it was a good day. I just took a bunch of naps, is basically. I took naps, and then I watched some movies, and that was about it. So, yeah. So, but everything else been going good?
Yeah, how about you?
Pretty good. I talked to my mom about an hour or 2 ago. She's doing pretty good. She's excited. She's excited for me to come, and I said, I'm excited to see you. So, yeah. I just got to find a cheap ticket, buddy.
Yeah. You
ever been to Missouri, Lantern?
No.
It's a very nice state. It's a very beautiful state. A lot of mountains. It's kind of rainy and cold sometimes, in the wintertime. But does Texas get really cold in the winter times?
Sometimes, not all the time. I live in Florida.
It only gets cold like here in Florida, like December and January. That's it. So 2 months, 2 months, and then the rest is nice, beautiful palm trees, buddy.
Yeah.
Lantern, come down and visit me anytime you want. All right, buddy. Come and visit. Fears would take you to Disney in a heartbeat, buddy.
Yeah.
But let me know. What's up, Tros?
Here we go. Bye, Tros.
Yeah, Lantern, that was funny. You're like, bye, Tro, bye, Tro, bye, Tro. That was funny last night, buddy. And then Mama Tate showed up. That was exciting.
Yeah.
Mama Tate.
Yeah.
You showed up last night.
Yes, I did.
But you were on your best behavior, Mama Tate.
Yes, I did.
And then I saw Rebecca. She was lurking in the chat. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah. I was like, Rebecca, is that you? Oh, my Lord. And you're like, yes, it was, Fears. And I was like, ooh. There it is. I was like, wow. And then we had some laughs, and then belly buttons, and then, I'll be honest, Museum and Visions, wow, they were showing a lot of crazy stuff. You know what I mean, Lantern?
Yep.
It was funny, though. It was funny, but Lantern, I don't know how that, is that live still up, or did you have to hide that live?
It's still
I don't know how that live can stay up, because because YouTube has got such like powerful like rules about nudity and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it didn't get taken down, buddy. But yeah. But I'm glad you had a good day, man. I'll tell you what, Museum and Visions, they were bringing the entertainment. They were making it funny. You were laughing, I was laughing. It was a good time, buddy.
Yeah.
It was a good time. So, Lantern, would you say it's calm in the Discord right now? Okay, good. Because I asked you before if it was nuts, And you were like, yep. So I guess is it safe to assume you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just curious, buddy. Hopefully it'll calm down soon. Hopefully it'll calm down.
Yeah.
Or it already is calmed down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, buddy, drop that link and I'll see you back in the chat, all right?
I did.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that. Hey, what do you think? What do you think of my Disney shirt?
I like it.
Cool. All right, Lantern. Peace out, buddy.
Okay.
Shunk. Shunk. Good old Lantern. Lantern's a good guy. Lantern's pretty cool. Nice. We got 11 people watching. Hell yeah. Let's see. Let me start from the top. Lantern says, yo, are we live, y'all? Is this live? It's live. Is it streaming? Oh, we're streaming. What's up, Tina? What's up, Dave? May the shorts be with you. Oh, yes, Dave. Dave, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Number 2. Part 2 is coming soon. It should have already been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made us wait 37. What is it? Is it 37 years, Dave, since that movie came out? Hang on. Let me ask Meta. I think it's 37 years. Hang on. It's 37 or it's 40 years. Hang on. Hey, Meta, when did Spaceballs come out? What year? I know it was in the 80s, but what year?
Baseballs have a long history, and it's unlikely they're from the 80s. The modern
No, not Baseballs. Spaceballs.
It seems like you're asking about the origin
Spaceballs the movie. Spaceballs the movie.
You're thinking of Spaceballs.
Yes.
The Mel Brooks movie.
What year did that come out?
Spaceballs was released in 1987.
Oh, 1987. I thought it was 83. Okay. I'm not good at math, so how many years is that from 1987 to 2025?
From 1987 to 2025 is roughly 38 years.
Oh, okay. So I was 1 year off. Okay. All right, thanks, Meta. I was 1 year off. I was close. So 38 years. So Dave, I'm all ready for a sequel. And the myth, Wayne Selinsky is coming back, you know. Rick Moranis, Louis Tully, you know, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He's coming back. And, you know, I admire him. The reason why he quit acting is because his wife died and he had to take care of his kids. That's very understandable. If my mom died, I would take a break from the streams and help out my family or, you know, whatever. So it's admirable. I just wish he would have came back to acting sooner because now his kids are adults. But, you know, you don't want to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, you know. So he came back in his own good time. But what a role to come back to. Lord Helmet, Darth Helmet, hell yes. Oh, my Lord. It's going to be good. It's going to be fantastic. Let's see. Lantern says, well, howdy, Tina. Coffee first. Hey, Lantern. Thrilling 3. Jam Fears. Howdy, Dave. Dance Fears. 37. Yeah, so it was 38, Dave. So I was 1 off. I was 1 off. So now I just want to say something. A bunch of people were watching. So I think there's a boycott going on right now. I'm not for sure. But then when I asked everybody in the show last night, Vision said, what boycott? So I don't know. I'm glad people are still watching, but not everyone's here. So I'm not going to mention it anymore. So I'll leave it up to you guys. So whoever wants to stay here. And I think I think he's watching, but I think he's taking a break from typing. So come back whenever you want, or I don't know. So if there is a boycott going on, then I'm going to continue on with my show and just come back when everyone's ready. I don't know how it works. So yeah. All right. Lantern says, like it up. Well, thanks, Lantern. I appreciate that. Show some support. Like it up, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Yes, Lantern. I appreciate that because we're getting close, Lantern. We are. Let's see. Let me do up the tally. On Fearsman 26, the official number. Let me go to the official number. The official number is. Like it up, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Let me have a look. Let me open it up. Because normally I sum it up for you guys, but let me go in. Let me click over to Fearsman 26, and I'll tell you guys. The official number on Fearsman 26 is 2,811. So that's the official number. Now, let's go over to Fears Vlogs. Let me just click back over. So, give me 1 second here. Okay. There we are. And there we are. Give me 1 second. Oh, I accidentally signed out. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here. Oh, give me one. Oh, what the hell? Hang on. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So now, there we are. And then let me go back into Fears Vlogs. All right, there we are. I signed back in. I'm sorry. I hope it didn't cut the live off with me signing out. I hope not. Is it still live? All right, it's still live. Okay, good. All right. So the official number on Fears Vlogs is 1,713. So we're getting close. We really are. I mean, 2,811 on the main channel and 1,713. So we're so close to hitting 2,000 on the vlog channel and 3,000 on the main channel. I'm excited to hit those because it's been a while. Like probably in my lifetime. I doubt, if I'm being honest, I try to be real with you guys, you know, I try to be 100% with you. It would be nice to get a play button. After all my hard work and stuff, it would be great. I don't think I'll ever get one. And I'm okay with that. You know, you try your best and either you get it or you don't. But before I die, it would be great if I could get to at least 10,000, you know, on the main channel at least, you know. If I got to 10,000 on both the vlog channel and the main channel, I mean, that would be cool. But I think 10,000 is a very lofty, I don't know, lofty is not the right word, a very achievable goal, you know? It just, because Adam was telling me, he said, the first couple of thousand are the hardest. And he said, once you get at least 4,000 or 5,000, then people just keep rolling in. And I said, well, I have a couple of thousand. I said, I've almost got 2,000 on my vlog channel. I said, I've almost got 3,000 on my main channel. And he said, yeah, just keep it pumping, Fears. And I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, fair enough. You know, so. Anyway. All right, now let me reopen the chat. I accidentally signed out, and I was like, oh, shit. So, yeah. All right, there we go. I said, I've almost got 2,000 on my vlog channel. I said, there we go. Okay. There we go. So, let's see. Lantern. Oh, hang on. There we are. Lantern says, oh, thank you, Mr. Lantern, for that super chat donation. I appreciate that. Speaking of which, let's set a goal. Let's set a goal. I haven't done a goal in a while. Let's see here. Let's see. I never like to go too big. Like, I think they should change things. It says, set a goal to engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. It says 1 super chat, 5 super chats, 10 super chats, 15, 20, 30, 50. I would do 50 if I had a lot more, you know, fans. But, you know, so, plus I'm not greedy. So, I'll do 1 super chat. Let's see. Let's see if I can do 1 super chat. And we'll set it for somewhere between 20 and 50, you know. And I'll set a timer. We'll do, let's see here. We'll do it for an hour or two. And if I achieve that, let's see, what should it be? If I get that, I'll tell you what. If I get that, I will jump in that lake that I live near. I'll just have to make sure there's no alligators around, but I will jump in that lake if I get that. And I'll have Randy or I'll have Dave or I'll have someone film it. So I will jump in that lake. And Dave can be there as a witness. I will jump in that lake. There we are. I think that's good. Because there are crocodiles. I mean, not crocodiles. Crocodiles is fucking Australia shit. There are gators, but there's not a ton of gators. So I would just look for an area. I'm like, all right, no gators, and then jump in and then just jump out. So there we are. All right, I set the goal. There we go. So Dave, if you want to be a witness, you could absolutely be a witness, Dave. You know, if you wanted to do that, you know. So I'm gonna call Dave. I'm gonna see how he's doing. So yeah, I didn't go anywhere today, Dave. I was so tired. I just like hung out and I just watched a bunch of movies and I was just like, I'm just gonna chill today. I'm just gonna chill. So I was just like, nah, whatever, you know. Let me call Dave real quick. I can't wait to hang out with LC. Yeah, I knew. Florida has crocs. It's like Australia and Africa and stuff. They have crocodiles and all that. They have crocs, yeah. But I'm going to see what Dave did today. I was just tired, man. I was just like, I thought about maybe going to the movie theater, and I was like, I'm so tired. I'm like, the hell with that. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow after church. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I was just drained. I was so tired. Ugh. Oh. Oh, what's up, buddy? How you been, man? Well, you heard you heard about my day, my friend. What did you do? I was just so tired. I woke up. I was on Lantern Stream till like 4 or 4:30 in the morning. I went to sleep, and then I got up and I made myself some eggs for breakfast, and then I just stood around and I was like, I'm gonna go back to bed. Like I thought about going to see that new.
I got up on the screen last night.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I got part of it for a little bit.
Yeah, we were having fun. It was me, Vision.
Oh, yeah.
It was me, Vision's Lantern. Have you met Museum yet? He's a funny guy.
He popped in on you a couple of times.
Yeah, Museum. Like he's weird, but he's cool. You know, like he asks a lot of weird questions.
Yeah, he's got a weird humor.
He's got some weird humor, but he's funny. He definitely makes me laugh. He's like, hey, Fears, do you ever think about lighting yourself on fire and then having someone lick, lint out of your belly button? And I'm like, nope, I can't say I ever had, But he's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's cool, but he's weird. And then Visions always makes all of us laugh. He does drawings and stuff. He's a cool guy. I just ordered some new stuff from Visions, so I'm waiting for it to come in. So yeah. So what did you do?
Oh, yeah.
What did you do today, buddy? Just stay home, rest, or because I was so tired, I just stayed in.
Yeah.
You guys didn't go anywhere?
I was gonna finish up a project over a friend's house, rescreening their porch.
Oh, okay.
But it was raining today, so wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, it rained for a while.
I was catching up on some horror movies and such. I was watching the Puppet Master.
Puppet Master, nice.
Puppet Master, the one with the flying parasites.
Like,
they got that idea from an old episode of Star Trek.
Did they really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, remember the flying parasites from the planet with Kirk's brother? The one that attached itself to the back of the clock?
Yes. Yeah, that's in season 2, right?
I believe so.
Season 2. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Where they had to expose them to the ultraviolet light and kill them.
Yep. It's coming back now.
Like, wait a minute. That's the same type of... It's like, they got the idea for Star Trek. They did it first.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm so tired. But yeah. I almost thought about going to see Superman. So, like I said, I was standing there, I'm eating my eggs, And I just sat down, had some orange juice, and then after I finished my breakfast, I was like, I'm going back to bed. I had like a couple of naps. Like I would wake up, and then like my brother called and was like, "Hey man, when are you coming?" I said, I wasn't gonna come in August. I said, now I'm coming in September. I said I found some cheaper stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, let me know, man. Like I can't wait to see." I was like, "I can't wait to see you guys." And then after I talked to him, I went back to bed, and then I woke up. I watched a couple of movies, and then I went back to bed. So I kind of had a lazy day.
Oh yeah.
But those are always nice sometimes, you know. But the reason why I'm so tired now is, you know how, like, the human body, you're only supposed to get, like, 8 hours of sleep? If you get more than 8 hours of sleep, you feel drowsy, and, like, I feel tired. Yeah. I almost didn't do a show tonight, and I was like, no, I don't want to let the fans down. I'm like, I'll do a show, and so I was kind of like, make a big batch of coffee, a big one, because I'm like, I need it. I need it. So yeah, how's yeah, how's Tina and James doing?
Right now he's out front playing the video games.
Oh, nice. How's Tina doing?
Yeah. She's doing pretty good.
Good. I'm glad. That's good, man. Finally, this I've been taking medicine for, my nose has been running for like the past 3 days. So finally today, I haven't had any drips because I've been taking, I bought some medicine. I took a pill and it stops your runny nose. I still have a tiny bit of a cough, but I bought some.
Right there, back in the front.
Yeah, it's like right here. I bought some, I forgot how you pronounce it, Metamucil. And I took a pill, or Mucinex or whatever it is. And I took a pill for that. And so that helps you get uncongested. And then I took another pill to stop my runny nose because it was dripping. And I was like, this fucking sucks. I'm like, and I don't know where I got it. I don't know if I got it, Dave. I don't know if I got it from somebody. I don't know if I got it from somebody at the Star Wars con or somebody at work when I was working on the line.
Well, we both seemed to have gotten it right after the convention.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe somebody.
I got it too.
So you got a cough too? Okay. So it must have been. It must have been. Yeah. So it must have been somebody at the convention then, because, like, there's space in between each truck at my work, but I mean, very little space. But I can look over and like say, "Hey man, come over here. I need some help." But I was like, I was trying to think back. I was like, I didn't see anyone around my work area coughing or blowing their nose. So I was like, it's either at the con or it's at work. And I didn't know which one. And I was like, well, it can only be those two. You know, because besides those two places, I'm here, or sometimes I go get my car washed at the gas station and I get gas and I'm like, well, it's nobody from there. So I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You know? But it's I'm finally getting over it, finally. You know, a cough here, a sniffle there. But now, Grizzly 1 was good. I enjoyed that one. But Grizzly 2 was fucking terrible. It was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible. That was a waste. Grizzly 2 was a waste of money, buddy. Grizzly 2 was a waste of money. I cannot wait to watch Prophecy. Well, you recommended it, Dave, so I'm hoping for good things.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It should be, considering that came out before Grizzly.
Okay, good. Oh, well, so is it still in the 80s or is it in the 70s? Or hang on. Where is it?
It's 70s or such, if I remember correctly. It should be on that. It should be on the top shelf right behind you.
I got it right here.
Oh, there it is.
I put it over here because I think I'm going to watch it tonight. 1979.
Yeah.
So right before the 80s. Okay.
And the thing is, and the thing is, that and quite a few of the other ones came out during the environmental impact movie craze.
Okay.
That's where the Day of the Animals, Prophecy, all these other movies involving animal attacks and such.
I just love horror. I love horror movies, Dave, because they're so predictable. Like, oh, there's a contamination in the park. Then close the park. Why in the hell would you keep the park open, you stupid bitch? Shut down the park. Oh, no, it'll be all right. It'll be okay. I'm like, no, it will not be okay. You know?
Scientists experimenting on piranha fish.
Exactly.
And they escape.
It's so stupid.
He's like, hello.
Exactly. Oh, it'll be fine. We're just doing some testing. Nothing bad will happen. I'm like, yes, it will. Something bad happen. But again, I always tell this division. Yeah, exactly. I tell this division, and I tell it to my fans. If they didn't make stupid mistakes in horror movies, you wouldn't have a horror movie. So, but you're just sitting there and like you get attached to the characters, and you're like, no, don't go through that door. And I'm like, you're an idiot if you go through that door. Oh, well, you're going to be dead in about 2 minutes. You just went through that door. So it's kind of like a love-hate relationship because you love the characters and somebody always survives, but you get attached to the characters and you're like, he's about to die in about 2 minutes, you know? So it is what it is.
The commercial they have, we're in a horror movie making bad decisions.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Let's hide behind in that shed with the all those
the chainsaws. The chainsaws.
Yeah, that makes a good idea.
You know what? I'll try and find, after I get done talking with you, I'll try and find that commercial. They're making fun of people in horror films, and it's a commercial for, I think it's for like a
shirts or something.
Shirts or a cell phone or something, and you hear the guy go, hey, he's like, hey, we're in the barn. Let's go hide from the killer behind the wall of chainsaws. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like, the motherfucker is chasing you with the chainsaw, you know?
Yeah, let's get in the running car.
Yeah.
Let's hide in this tool shed.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing bad will happen. Let's go to the tool shed. Everything will be fine. And I'm like, tools can be used as weapons, you moron. I love it, though. It's hilarious. Exactly. I love it. It's great. Well, anyway, Dave, I'll let you go, but I'm going to continue on with the show. But I'll try to find that commercial, and I'll react to it. Do you remember the name of the commercial?
Oh, yeah. Not off the top of my head, but I'll take a look at it while you're doing the blog.
Yeah.
And I'll put it in the chat.
Well, I'm going to tell the fans, too. I'm almost done with part 4 of me and Sega's, and then I've almost got our Star Wars convention with you, me, and Tina in it. Almost. I've been jumping back and forth. So, like, today I worked on it. Today I worked on it for about an hour. Last night, before I went on Lantern's show, I worked on it for 2 hours, so I'm almost done. So, I'll either have something out by tomorrow or I'll have something out by Monday. I don't know which one, but one of those will be out by Monday. So, yeah. If not sooner. So, yeah. All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Peace.
Work.
All right. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm tired. Lord. All right. Let's see. Actually, this swimming pool would be better. Oh, yeah. I love swimming, Tina. I absolutely love swimming. It's been a while since I've went actually swimming, like in our pool over there. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a minute. So let's see if I can find that commercial that Dave was talking about, and then I will get to the I'll get to the first topic. So yeah. All right. This thing keeps moving on me. I have to keep adjusting it. I guess whenever you call, because look, it like goes all the way over here, and then I have to like readjust it, and I'm like, no, stop that. So you stay right there. All right, so let me try and find that commercial, because I know the commercial that Dave's talking about, and I've seen it. It's like a bunch of high school kids. They're like, oh, let's hide behind, the wall of chainsaws. So I'm just going to put wall of chainsaws commercial. Let's see if it pops up. Yep, there it is. It's a Geico. It's a Geico commercial, Dave, and it's 30 seconds, and it says horror movie, Geico, chainsaw, happy Halloween. This is the exact one. All right, here we go. Nice. I found that pretty quick. All right, here we go.
Phil has a new home and a dream. Yeah, the quantum fiber internet to new homes and dreams.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, shit.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Fine. car. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror
Let's hide behind the chainsaws. And then the girl goes, oh, yeah. Oh, smart. How is that smart? How? That's why I love horror movies. Oh, my God. And then they're like they get all like excited. And then they're like, oh, we can't leave. I'm like, yes, you can leave. No. We can't leave. Like, we're going to get possessed by a demon. And oh, shit. Oh, my God. Like, somebody ripped off my arm. And it's hilarious. It's always one thing or another. It's hilarious. Oh, I love it. I love it.
You make poor decisions. That's what you do.
I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Make our way to the cemetery. Oh, my Lord. Lord. Dave, that was a good one, buddy. That was funny. Geico, good choice. Yeah, well, that was the one. I couldn't remember what they were selling, in the commercial. Like, I knew what it was, and I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like, I don't know if it's a cell phone. I don't know if it's, but I was like, I know what he's talking about. I just don't know what product it is. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the chat, and let's start the first topic. All right. Let's see here. That was good. That was a good one, buddy. Let's hide behind the chainsaws. Oh! All right. Well, there we are. Let me just push this out of the way here. Thank you, whoever it was that gave me the 2 likes. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Let's start with, bam, an old classic, The Great Outdoors. Little Dan Aykroyd, my favorite, well, one of my favorite actors, and the best Ghostbuster of all time. Oh, yes. And John Candy. How can you not like John Candy? This is a great movie. I've been watching all these horror movies, and I was like, you know what? Time to switch to a little bit of comedy. I haven't even selected what I'm going to watch tonight, but we will. So we're going to review this, and then a little Breakfast Club. Little Ace Ventura, When Pet Detectives, oh yes. And then an old classic. I think this was Bill Murray's very first movie, and I love it. Meatballs. Because I've went, as a kid and as an adult, I've went to so many camps. I went to baseball camp, I went to church camp as a kid, I went to, Fears is a nerd, I went to science camp, I went to space camp, I was a counselor at my church camp for tons of years. And I went to church camp 2 years ago, and 2.5 years ago. I just haven't had time to go back. I've been so busy with shit. Because they asked me, they're like, hey, Fears, do you want to do it? They ask me every year, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do it this year, but at some point I'm going to go back and be a counselor. And I got to teach the movie class, and the kids loved it. And I loved teaching the kids, this is how you shoot, this is how you edit, this is how you shot a wide shot, this is how you shoot a close-up, and it was great. It was fun. So, yeah. So, when I watched this, I was like, everything that happens on a camp out happens in this movie. And what a great first movie for Bill Murray to start his career. I'm pretty sure this is the first one, but let me fact check it. I'm pretty sure it was his first film. And Bill Murray is a fucking genius. I don't mean to curse, but he is. He's a genius. Fantastic. Meta, I just want to do some fact checking. I know Bill Murray was on Saturday Night Live, but was his first film Meatballs?
Bill Murray's first film role was actually in the movie Meatballs, released in 1979. So you're correct that Meatballs was one of his early films.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was doing my podcast and I was 99.9% positive, but I wasn't 100% positive.
Fact checking is always a good idea, especially when you're doing a podcast.
Yep. All right. Thank you. All right. So let's start with the great outdoors, shall we? This is no holiday. This is war, man. That's right. Okay. So right off the bat, you got two great comedians / actors. You got John Candy You got Dan Aykroyd, and he's a genius. You got Elwood Blues, the Blues Brothers. You got Roman Pritchard, which is out of this movie. You got Ray Stantz from Ghostbusters. It's a win-win scenario. So, Dan Aykroyd, I salute you. That's right. So, The Great Outdoors. I'm going to give it a... let's see here. It's not a perfect film, but it's pretty damn near perfect. I mean, it's pretty funny. I'm going to give it a 9.4 out of 10. Let's see here. Lots of jokes. Or lots of humor, I should say. Lots of humor. Very funny. Like I said, two comedic legends. So 2 comedy legends. And it's a shame that John Candy passed away. I think it was because of his weight. Because he was hysterical. 2 comedy legends. Let's see. What's 2 of my favorite scenes? This is going to be hard because the whole movie is just so damn funny. But let's see here. Probably when John Candy's like teaching his son how to water ski, and then Dan Aykroyd's character's like, "Are we gonna ski? Or like, what's the holdup? And he's like, "Yeah. Just give me a second." And he kind of gives him a thumbs up, like just saying, "Hey, we're almost ready." And Dan Aykroyd's character thinks like, "Oh, like, hey, he's going," and then he drags John Candy's character across the lake. So that's a pretty funny scene because he's like, "Roman, you bastard! I told you to stop the boat, you son of a bitch!" And then he can't hear him, so he thinks, "Oh, go faster? Okay, I'll go faster." And he's like, "Roman, what the hell you doing?" So it's a pretty funny scene. So the skiing scene, and probably my second favorite is at the end when they have to battle the bear. So John Candy's character and Dan Aykroyd's character, they're battling a bear that has broken into the cabin, and they're trying to fight it off and protect their family at the same time. So that's that's probably my second favorite scene. So the bear scene. So yeah. So pretty cool. I believe it was filmed in Canada. I believe. But let me fact check it. I was doing my research before the show, and I think that's what it is. Give me a second. Hey, Meta, I just want to double check something. In the movie The Great Outdoors, starring Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, was it filmed all in Canada?
The Great Outdoors, starring Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, was primarily filmed in various locations in the United States.
Oh, okay.
specifically in
Okay. Never mind. I thought it was Canada. All right, never mind.
No worries. Sometimes fact-checking can be a bit of a rabbit hole. If you're good, I'm good.
So,
Need help with anything?
I know they filmed some of it in Colorado, but where else?
Actually, it looks like The Great Outdoors wasn't filmed in Colorado after all.
Oh,
The main filming location.
well, Google told me it was Colorado.
Google can sometimes provide conflicting information,
Okay.
but according
Well, where was it actually filmed?
The Great Outdoors was primarily filmed in California, specifically at Boss Lake and other locations in the Sierra National Forest.
Okay. California. I thought it was Canada. I thought it was Canada and Colorado. So Google needs to change that, because when I looked it up, it said some parts of it was filmed in Colorado and some parts of it was filmed in Canada. And Meta just said it was filmed all in California. Oh my lord. Shut up! Anyway. Well, Google needs to change that then. Alright, so filmed in California. Okay. I do recommend it. It is a funny movie. So, I do recommend it. Here we are. Meta wouldn't shut the fuck up. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Just study the Breakfast Club, because the Breakfast Club is next. So, I'll be right back. 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. I am back. Oh, man. Oh. There we are. There we go. Yo! What's going on? What's up, Nancy? What's up, Bukaki? What's up, Dave? What's up, Tina? All right. Let me grab my book here. Let's see. What did I miss? Hang on. Let me grab my pen. There we are. Let's see. What did I miss? Let's see. Welcome all. Hello, everyone. Bukaki says, holla. Dave says, hey, Nancy. Hey, Dave. Hey, Bukaki. He says, yo, Dave. Yo, Nancy. Tina says, howdy, Bukaki. Hi, Tina. What's up, Tina? Bukaki. Yo! What's up, Visions? Good to see you. He says, happy Whopper Saturday. Oh, nice. There you go. Little Whopper. I did have a Whopper on Whopper Wednesday. I haven't had dinner tonight. For breakfast, I just had some eggs. And then for lunch, I had a sandwich. So, yeah. So, no healthy snack tonight. So, yep. Good to see you both. good to see both Nancy and Tina and Dave and Visions and Bukaki and everybody else in the chat. So, hell yeah. Booyah. Nancy's got the first crown. I don't know how all those crowns work, but, there it is. All right. Well, you guys didn't miss much. I was just talking to Dave, and then I was talking to Lantern, and then we reviewed The Great Outdoors, and now we're going to do... I just watched The Breakfast Club right before I started the stream, so, oh yeah. Visions, since you brought up the lounge, what did you get at the actual lounge? A double Whopper? A triple Whopper? A single? Let me know. All right, Breakfast Club. Kind of a classic. It's a classic. A brain, a jock, a criminal, a princess, and a weirdo. There we are. Or a basket case, or whatever they call it. The Breakfast Club. A John Hughes movie, written, was it directed by him? No, just written. I'm sorry. Written and directed by John Hughes, excuse me. I thought he just wrote it. And he has a cameo in it. He plays Brian's dad at the end when he picks Brian up. So he plays Brian's dad. Howdy Tina, he says, howdy Tina, I had a Whopper with cheese and 8-piece nugget. Oh, nice, nice. There you go. I haven't had their nuggets in quite a while. It's been a minute, but they are good. Let's see. The Breakfast Club. I'm going to give it... It's a solid watch. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10. So, 9.8 out of 10. John Hughes, like I said, wrote it. John directed it. And he had a cameo at the end. A nice cameo at the end. Lots of good music in it. So, lots of good music. And then, let's see. Nice little cameo. Lots of music that's good in the film. John Hughes wrote it and directed it. 9.8 out of 10. Let's see here. Probably my favorite scene. There's a bunch, but probably... Wow, this is so hard. It is, Nancy. She says, yeah, Breakfast Club was a fun movie. It is. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's... You definitely get a laugh out of it. It's just hard to pick two. At first, when I first started these movie reviews, I would only pick one favorite scene. And then I allowed myself two. So I really try to hone in on my two favorite scenes. And one of them is probably when the principal is fighting with John Bender, and he's like, you want another one? He's like, just say the word. Just say the word. He goes, I'll give you another one. He goes, instead of going to prison, you'll come here. And then he's like, you want another one? Yes. And he's like, you got it. You got it, pal. That's another one. That's another one. He goes, you through? And he goes, how many is that? And he goes, that's 7, including the time that you asked Mr. Vernon if he raids Barry Manilow's wardrobe. And he's like, well, now it's 8. And he goes, I got you, Bender. I got you. For 2 months, you're mine. Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns. And he's like, he goes, oh, I'm crushed. And he's like, everything's a big joke to you, Bender, huh? He goes, oh, false alarms. False alarms are a big joke. And he goes, look at him. Look at him. And then he goes, he's a bum. He's a loser. He goes, you want to see something funny? He goes, you go visit John Bender in 5 years, and you'll see how goddamn funny he is. So that whole scene is fantastic. So I'm going to label that scene, you want another one. That's a good scene. You want another one? And then probably, let's see, that's probably my number one, because that's a big moment in the film. My second one, the lunch scene is pretty good. The lunch scene is pretty good. Let's see, what else? Actually, the lunch scene is funny, but a great scene is when they're all sitting on the floor and they're admitting their problems. You know, like Andrew's like, there's so much pressure. Come on, Andrew, you have to win. You have to win. And he starts crying, you know, because he's the athlete. And he goes, if I don't get, win my match, then my dad's going to get mad at me and I'll lose my scholarship. And come on, Andrew, you have to win. So everybody starts crying, and it's a very emotional scene. So, and they all admit something like, well, this is my problem. This is what I did to get in here. So talking about their problems is probably my second favorite scene, because it's a real, it goes from a comedy and it just switches very serious, like that. So yeah. So talking about their problems. Carl the janitor, that guy's funny. So I know he's a famous actor, but that's a nice little cameo. So Carl the janitor. Carl, can I ask you a question? Sure. How does one become a janitor? You want to be a janitor? And he goes, no. I just want to know how one becomes a janitor, because Andrew over here is very interested in a career in the custodial arts. He goes, oh, you guys think you can say whatever you want to me? I'm some untouchable peasant? Maybe so. He goes, but carrying a broom around you shitheads for the last 10 years, I've learned a few things. I am the eyes and ears of this institution, my friends. I look through your lockers. I read your notes. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He says, I read your notes. I look through your lockers. I am the eyes and ears of this institution, my friends. I listen to your conversations. You may not know that, but it's true. So Carl's a weird character because he's just some like random janitor guy, but he's hilarious. So Carl the janitor is cool. I'd say it's probably my second favorite John Hughes film. My favorite John Hughes film is, without a doubt, it's Home Alone. I love Christmas. Me and my family would always watch Home Alone. I have it. I've got Home Alone 1 and 2 and 3, because the first 3 John Hughes wrote. I think he only directed the first 2. Somebody directed Home Alone 3. Anything past Home Alone 3, it's probably not worth watching, you know. I've never seen Home Alone 4, and then there's a 5. Then they did a remake of Home Alone where a British kid plays Kevin McAllister, and it's a remake or some crap, and I'm like, yeah, I have no interest. Maybe one day I'll sit and watch all those, but 1, 2, and 3 are actually pretty good, so yeah. So, but Breakfast Club is probably my second favorite John Hughes film, so second favorite John Hughes film. All right. Let me catch up. J-Man says, hey, Fears, what's up? Doing pretty good, J-Man. How are you doing? Dave says, good night, trolls. I saw that, Dave. I wasn't going to say anything, but since you brought it up, that troll was called Fears Sits on the Floor Constantly. I don't mind sitting on the floor, if I'm being honest. It's right in front of my set. The movies are over here. I'm perfectly aligned in the shot. I can dress my set with everything. It's not that big of a deal. It's nice and comfy, you know? It doesn't even look like I'm sitting on the floor. So I could care less, you know? I've been sitting on the floor for years doing my show. Sometimes I sit at the table. It doesn't matter. So they can say that any way they want, Dave. I will admit, that was a funny troll name. Fears Sits on the Floor Constantly. Wow. People need to get lives. Quickly. Oh, that was funny, though. It's funny. But anyway. I do recommend it. I do recommend it. Nancy, Visions, Bukaki, everybody in the chat, tell me your favorite scene out of this. Let me know if you guys want to. Post it, because Rain Keeps Falling is probably the greatest piece. There's a lot of music in it, but Rain Keeps Falling is probably the theme song of this, and it's probably the greatest song in the film. But there's a lot of good songs in it. And I don't even really have a favorite character out of this movie. I mean, all of them are... You can't... Like, if you take one of these characters out, the movie would fail. I mean, all the characters kind of help each other, and it's a good film. It's a good film. It's a good film. All right. Next, let's do a little bit of meatballs. Little meatballs. I love this film. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It is hysterical. 10 out of 10. One of Bill Murray's greatest performances. I think his greatest performances as Peter Venkman. And that's not just because I like Ghostbusters. I mean, he's a real big star, like leading man in that movie. So, but this is a really good performance too. So yeah. So meatballs. I know what the camping experience is like because, like I said, when I was a kid, I went to camp a lot. I love camping. My dad didn't like camping because he did so much camping in the military. He just went camping because he knew how much me and my brother liked it. And he would always say, if you guys are having fun, then I'm having fun. You know, that's what a good father is all about. He did have fun sometimes, but I could tell that because my dad was in the Army for 10 plus years or whatever, and they did a lot of camping. So he was like, I've had my fill of it, you know. But I know the times that, like, when me and my dad went fishing together, that's the time when he had fun. Or, like, when me and my dad were, like, boating out on the lake, that's a good time. But, like, roughing it, I would be sleeping in a tent, and my dad's like, I'm not sleeping in a tent. I'm going to sleep in the RV. And he's like, John, have at it. And I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep in my tent, Dad. And he's like, yep, I'll see you in the morning. So those were the times where I was like, oh, okay, so Dad's going to sleep in the RV. So, yeah. But anyway, because I can sleep anywhere, you know. I can sleep on rocks. Sega said he didn't get practically any sleep on the plane. I was like, Sega, I just tilt my hat down like this, and I just fold my hands, and I just have a nice little snooze on the plane. I can sleep wherever. It's not a problem. The only time you can't sleep on an airplane is when you have like a baby like screaming. But anytime I go visit my parents, I guess I've been real lucky. There hasn't been too many children on the plane, so I can usually sleep on a plane, no problem. I always bring a book with me, just in time, just in case if I wake up and yeah. So yeah. All right, so meatballs, 10 out of 10. Tripper is without a doubt my favorite character. I'd say Tripper, and my second favorite character is Spaz. Spaz is pretty funny too. So Tripper, which is portrayed by Bill Murray. So Tripper is my fave. And then Spaz is he plays kind of like a really funny, like dorky kind of guy, and you can tell it's like taking a nerd to the max because no one actually acts like that, so it's very funny. So he's my second favorite character. Let's see. Again, it's hard because the whole movie is fantastic. I'd say my two favorite scenes is when Tripper finds out that Rudy got bullied because he doesn't really know how to play soccer, and Rudy is at the bus station, and Tripper drives to the bus station and kind of talks him into coming back to camp. And he's like, look, if you have problems, tell me and I'll help you out. And it's a really good scene. So that's probably my second favorite scene. So the bus station scene. And then the first one, Dave, that song is classic. We are CIT, so pity us. It's at the very end. It's at the very end of we're gonna smoke, we're gonna drink, we're the CITs of Camp North Star, or something like that. I'll try to find the song, but it's at the very end of the film. It's like the very last campfire, and it's not the last scene, but I think it's like the third to the last scene of the film. So, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. That's a good scene, but probably my favorite scene is because Rudy's kind of an outsider, and he doesn't make too many friends in the film. But then there's a big Olympia, like, competition between Camp North Star and Camp Mohawks. And Mohawks, they've won the Olympiad, like, 13 years in a row. And they're like, oh, this year, like we're so close, like we could win it. And the girl that was supposed to run the long distance, she breaks her ankle, and so Tripper says, well, why doesn't Rudy do it? He's been running with me around the camp every day. And he's like, no, I can't do it. He's like, yeah, you can. And then that's my favorite scene. He runs it, and he actually wins, and they win the Olympia, and everybody's happy. And it's a fun scene. So Rudy running and winning the Olympia. I would say it's very goofy, so lots of laughs. Very goofy. It's total 70s because they shot it in 1970. What is it? $1979. So almost into the 80s. Almost into the 80s. Lots of laughs. Very goofy. What else? Anything that does happen at a camp happens in this movie. Pretty much everything that happens in this movie happened at all the camps I went to in one way or another. The only thing at church camp, obviously there's no smoking and there's no booze, but when I went to baseball camp, there was booze. You weren't supposed to, but there was booze. When I went to science camp and I went to space camp, we got away with doing a lot of crazy stuff. At church camp, me and my friends pulled a whole bunch of pranks on the girls' cabins, and one of my finest pranks ever. Me and my friends snuck out, and we snuck into the kitchen. We raided the kitchen, ate not all the pizza, but a lot of the pizza, and we stole the red dye pack Kool-Aid, and we unscrewed the shower heads. And what you do is, let's say this is the top of the shower head, right? You lay a nice little thin piece of paper like this, and you do it like that, and you just cup it in there, and then you poured the red Hawaiian punch in it, right? So when they turn on the faucet, bam, they get hit with red Kool-Aid in their face and in their hair. So I was pretty proud of that prank. And the girls ran out screaming and going nuts. So, prank. So Fears would start a prank war almost every year at church camp. The guys always won. Hell yeah. But the girls, they fought back. They threw water balloons in our face. One cabin TP'd my car. I mean, all over. It was good. And I was like, it's pretty damn funny. So, yeah. So, I'm going to write down, if you ever have went camping, or summer camp, It happens in this movie. So yeah. And then I highly recommend it. So I recommend it. It's very good. It's very good. Let's see here. Oh yeah, see that's good. Yeah. The pranks on the head counselor. Yeah, he's like the main guy. He's like, my name's Morty, and then they're like, hi Mickey, hi Mickey. He's like, oh, my name's not Mickey, it's Morty. And then they're like, hi Mickey. And then he wakes up and he's like in the trees, and then he's like on the lake, and he's like, how the hell did I get here? And he falls off the little platform, Dave, and he's in the water. Vision says, I don't think I've ever seen this. Oh, it's good, Visions. It is good. It is good. You got to watch the trailer. It's got everything in it. Hot ladies, booze, weed, tons of camp experience. You got Bill Murray, a comedic genius. Genius. It's epic. And it's funny. 1979, so you got some 70s in there. Another good scene, Dave, is when they're playing basketball. They're playing basketball against Camp Mohawk. And Mohawk, basically, Visions, is this, it's like this very rich camp where rich kids go, and you have to pay like $2,000 and you have to be voted in. And so they live, Camp Mohawk's on the other side of the lake. So they share the lake. And Camp North Star is where Bill Murray's camp is. So every year they have a basketball competition, and that happens in the middle of the movie. And then at the end, every year they have a Camp Olympia where they play Olympic Games. And they do it for, I can't remember, Dave. Isn't it like it's a 3-day Olympia, and whoever has the most points at the end of 3 days wins the Olympia, and they have a big trophy. And so, and for 13 years, Camp Mohawk is like won. So one of the best scenes is, he's like, what are we doing wrong, Tripper? And he's like, guys, I'm going to level with you. He goes, there's no way we're going to beat this basketball team. I'm like, well, what are we going to do, Trip? We're going to lose. We're going to lose. But I have a plan where we can go out in style. And he's like, all right, here's the plan. And then I'm not going to tell you what happens, buddy, but within the next 2 minutes, something happens. And then they do something. And then Tripper's like, all right, everybody to the bus, let's go. And they pretty much have to leave the basketball game because they do something to the other team. And it's pretty damn funny. So, yeah. So it's a pretty good movie. I highly suggest it, buddy. Nancy says, me either, hooligans. Oh, yeah. Nancy, we got away with a lot of stuff back in the day. Oh, yeah. Let's see. But see, the girls pranked us too. One time at church camp, because we were pranking them, they called me and they called my buddy and our camp counselor, and we're all sitting on a bench in front of the campfire. And I looked over at my buddy. I'm like, I don't know what they got planned. And they're like, I don't know. I can't remember what they said, but they came out and they were behind us. And they said, just look forward. And they said, because you guys have been pranking us, they took a little plate and they filled it to the brim with not whipped cream, but like shaving cream, and they doused it in my face. So yeah, I'll give them credit. The girls were pranking us and we were pranking them, but the camp counselors, the main camp counselor, the main person in charge, would keep a tally at the end of the week. And they said, whoever does the most pranks, and every time we did a prank, I think it was like 5 points. So we were just in between us learning about God and Jesus. It was just playful pranks, but they're a lot more strict out here in Florida than they are in Missouri. Because when I did the church camp 2 years ago in Florida, they were like, no horsing around, no messing around. Like the counselors, you send your kids to the certain classes. And I was like, oh, so no prank war? And they're like, oh, no. And I was like, all right, good to know. So, but it was all right because I had I had to make a lesson plan. That was the first time I made a lesson plan. And I was like, all right, Monday I'll teach the kids how to edit. Tuesday I'll teach the kids how to shoot. And then I had to edit. I edited it all through the week. And then I showed them the video. So, yeah. Yo, what's up, Larry? Well, before Larry retracted it, he says no panel or panel. Not today. I think I'm going to do it next week, Larry, but I promise. Anyway, Dave brought up something very good. Let me move this out of the way. Dave, let's see if I can find it. I don't know all the words, Dave, but it's like it's at the very end of not at the end. It's towards the end. And there's all the camp counselors, and then they're like, we're the CITs of Camp North Star. We're going to smoke. We're going to drink. Something. And then at the end, Dave, they're like, so pity us. Let me see if I can find it. I can probably find that scene. Hang on. Because I just watched it, but I don't remember all the words. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, Visions, since you've never seen it, you should totally watch it. It's good. And plus, I mean, who doesn't like Bill Murray? He's fucking hilarious. He's even more hilarious as an old man. Like when I watched Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, he was just, even if you don't like Ghostbusters, he's just cracking the jokes in the new Frozen Empire Ghostbusters. And I'm like, he's still got it. He's still got it. And he's like 70 something. Or hang on. I think he's getting closer to 80. Hang on. I forgot how old he is. Hang on. I think he's 70 something, but let me ask Meta. Hey Meta, is Bill Murray in his 70s or his 80s?
Bill Murray is currently 74 years old.
Okay. All right, so 74. So I was close. I just couldn't remember if he was in his 70s, but he's still got it. So Dave, if you haven't watched that Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, that's a good sequel. I mean, the Ghostbusters sequels have been doing pretty good. The only one I didn't like is them remaking it, because I'm like, it's a classic. You don't have to fucking remake it. Just make a sequel. Do not fucking remake that. But they did. And I was like, ugh, you don't need to remake it. What the hell? But it is what it is. So I was like, nah. Oh shit, Mama Tate's here. Mama Tate. Yes. Larry's being mean to me. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh wow. Wow. I mean, Larry has been a bad boy. He has. But Mama Tate has been a bad girl, too, because Museum was telling me a bunch of crazy shit yesterday. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. All right, let me see if I can find this, Dave. Let's see. CIT Camp North Star song. Oh, there it is. Yep, here it is. We are North Star CIT's 1979 Meatballs original scene. Yep, here we go. This is it. Hang on. So this is like towards the end, and like Morty, and they're like, "Hi, Mickey," and he's like, "My name is not Morty. Or he says, "My name is not Mickey. It's Morty." So he starts off saying, "Hey, I want to thank all the CITs and all the counselors. And if you've never been to camp, a counselor is the main person in charge of the cabin. A CIT stands for Counselor in Training. And then the way I became a counselor is I had to do my CIT training. And then at my church, you just get a certificate. You have to do life saving. So in case a kid falls in the pool or a lake or a river, then you can save him. I had to learn first aid, but I already knew first aid because I learned all that. And I know how to swim. I learned all that crap in Boy Scouts. So my CIT training went very quickly. They're like, "Oh, Fierce, you can skip this, and this because you already know how to do all that from Boy Scouts." And I was like, "Yep." And they're like, "Do you know how to swim?" I was like, "I do know how to swim." I'm like, my dad taught me ages ago. I think my dad taught me how to swim. I don't know. I was 5 or 6. And then whenever my dad couldn't teach me, then I was at the Y getting swimming lessons, like while my dad was at work. But on the weekends, my dad also taught me. So my CIT training went quite quickly. So yeah. All right, here we go. Here it is.
Hope to see y'all again next summer. Can I have some applause for this man, please?
Can we have some applause?
Hey, way to go, Mickey!
And it's a good song, Dave. And Dave, I mean, I'm glad you brought this up because, like, Visions is getting, like, a little sneak peek of the film. I mean, he can't see it, but he can hear it. And it's a good scene. It's towards the end, and they're all celebrating with some champagne around the campfire, and they're like, oh, yeah, we made it through camp, and it's been another great year, and then they start singing the song.
Can you get this? I'm very close. Are you close? I'm very close. I can't hold it. I can't hold it any longer.
I gotta blow my nose again. So now they're drinking the wine, or the champagne.
Morty, no hard feelings?
Ah.
So hideous. The kids are brats, the food is hideous. We're gonna smoke and drink and fool around.
We're lucky bound.
We're North Star CIT. So piteous.
That's a good scene.
The kids are brats, the food is hideous. We're gonna smoke and drink and fool around. Looking out, we're gonna start CIT. Here we go! We're gonna CIT, so hideous. The brats, the food is hideous. We're gonna smoke and drink and fool around. We're looking out, we're gonna start CIT. We're the North Star CIT.
Good scene. Good scene. Yep, so I highly recommend it. Booyah. Booyah. There we are. That's a classic scene. I mean, you can't have... And they made 3 sequels to it. Meatballs 2, 3, and 4. But really, 1 and 2 are only worth watching. 3, it's okay. The 4th one has Corey Feldman in it, but it's fucking shit garbage. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But you know, Fears, if I watch 2 and 3, then I have to have the whole set. I have to have the whole set, but yeah. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat. Let's see here. Let's see. Mama Tate says, hi, guys and gals. And then, howdy, Mama Tate. Larry's being mean to me. Oh, wow. Oh, what's going on, Mama Tate? Oh, wow, wow, wow. Dave says the kids are brats. Yeah, that's part of the song, Dave. And then, sorry to hear that, Mama Tate. The food is hideous. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna drink. We're Camp North Star CITs. Mama Tate says, hi, Nancy. Larry's not here, but I'll tell him, Tina. I missed you both the last couple of days. Well, Tina, that's all right. You know, just catch the shows whenever you can catch the shows. No worries. No worries. All right. Before I review Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, like a glove, I'm going to do Fears' top 10 guilty pleasures. Guilty pleasures. Here we go. I don't know if I have 10. I'll try to do 10, but I've got a couple of guilty pleasures. So, guilty pleasures. Some of these you guys know about. Some of them you don't. So, yeah. So, whenever I do this, and then you hear my knuckles crack or my neck cracks, I love the sound. And plus, it feels great. So, like, whenever you do that, or, you know, usually these are loud and my neck's loud. So, like, cracking the bones. Even though you don't crack your bone, it's like, you know, you hear that pop. That's a guilty pleasure because it releases stress. And I'm like, You know, especially I'll jump in the shower and I'll get like my neck like wet, and all the hot water will like soften the tissue, and then I'll go like this and I'll go like that, and I hear like 9 pops, and I'm like, damn, that felt great. So cracking the bones. Cracking the bones. Let's see, what's another guilty pleasure? Pizza. Pizza for sure. Pizza. Lounge. Oh yeah. Lounge is definitely, the BK Lounge is definitely a guilty pleasure. Let's see, what else? What else? I gotta say Mr. Lantern Show is a guilty pleasure because I love hanging out with my online friends and just hanging out with the guys and just cracking jokes and stuff. So Mr. Lantern Show. That's right. That's right, y'all. Let's see here. I guess travel, because I mean, I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure. I do love traveling whenever I get to go somewhere, but is it a guilty pleasure? I guess. I get to travel more than most people, so I'm grateful. I guess movies is kind of a guilty pleasure. You know? Movies, let's see. I'm trying to think of... Let's see. My guilty pleasure is fruitcake and eggnog. Really? I like eggnog, Mama Tate, but it's been so long since I've had a fruitcake. I don't even remember what fruitcake tastes like. I've had the what does LC call it? It's the Puerto Rican version of eggnog. It's conjito or whatever it's called, something like that. That shit's great. That stuff was good. So my hat's off to LC. Oh yeah. By the way, I need to trim my hair up before I go visit my mom. It's getting kind of crazy. I'm getting kind of Elvis here. That's right. Nothing against Elvis hair, but I want it looking all nice and trimmed. So, because I'm going to take my mom out to dinner. I always take my mom out to dinner. I always take my mom out to lunch. And now that we have a new member of the family, Shelton John Fears, I'm going to take my brother, Shelton, my brother's wife, me, and my mom all out to dinner. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. I'll try to get some cool footage of Shelton. The coolest thing is I'm going to be like, Shelton, hold the camera. So it'll be from Shelton's point of view. So I'll be like, I'm going to give him the camera because he's only 4 months. Well, he's 3.5 now. So at 4 months, hopefully he can hold the camera. So I'll push the start button. I'll be like, Shelton, you film whatever you want. So we'll see. We'll give it a go. I'll try to get some cool footage. So yeah. I guess coffee. Coffee's a guilty pleasure of mine. Coffee. I'm trying to pick 10. So far I got Cracking My Bones, Pizza, BK Lounge, Mr. Lantern Shows, travel, movies, coffee. Well, I mean, a little bit of yummy dillion. I mean, it is, but I don't know if I want to write it down, but it is. It is. She's pretty hot. I'm not going to deny it. You know, she's hot. So, yeah. Let's see. Mama Tate says, that's good, Mama Tate. She says, what's everyone's guilty pleasure? Vision says, my guilty pleasure is manipulating myself to Mama Tate. Ooh! I didn't know that was going on. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Nancy says her guilty pleasure is Dairy Queen. There you go. Dole Whip. What's Dole Whip, Dave? Hang on, let me call him. I don't know what that is. Dole Whip. Dole Whip. I have no idea. Hang on. Let me call Dave. Dole Whip. I'm really trying to think. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna call Dave. Yo, Dave, what is Dole Whip? I need you to explain that to me.
Dole Whip is a frozen treat that you can get out at Disney at the Polynesian.
At the Polynesian?
Also, yeah, at the Polynesian Hotel. They
Okay.
also have it over in the Adventureland area by the Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
It's a pineapple. And
Oh no! You're thinking of the
ice cream
place.
type thing.
You're thinking that's in the park. The Polynesian is beside Magic Kingdom because I took
It's the
Sega.
hotel also.
Yeah, the hotel.
It's at the hotel as well.
Oh, it is at the hotel. Okay, because I took Sega, and we ate at that restaurant. You guys just haven't seen it yet. On the top level, the Ohana restaurant, or however you pronounce it. I had never been there, and I said, Sega, my friends have been there, and they said the food's fantastic. And he's like, I'm down for yours. And I said, all right, let's go. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a frozen...
They actually serve it there as well.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess we missed it because I didn't see that there. But is it like frozen ice cream, or what is it?
Basically, it's almost like a frozen sherbet type.
Oh, sherbet.
Fresh
Okay.
made.
Okay.
It's almost like a sherbet. It's fresh made with fresh pineapple, frozen pineapple, and cream.
Nice.
It's freshly made, and it is the bomb.
Well, the next time you and me go there, Dave, I'll have to get some because that sounds good. Because I like whipped cream, I like ice cream, and I like pineapple. So,
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of it. So when you said Dole Whip, I was racking my brain. I'm like, I may have to call Dave. I'm like, I have no idea what he's on about. So yeah. I guess another guilty pleasure.
Like
Another guilty pleasure of mine would be I guess conventions. You know, like would that count?
oh yeah.
Would that count as a guilty pleasure? Okay, conventions.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, conventions are.
conventions.
It's gonna save up for it, so it wasn't a wild thing.
Yeah, because conventions are only here and there. And the good thing about Jeff's is he lets like either a couple weeks go by or a month, and they're really not that expensive. Like that one that we just went to, that Star Wars one, that was like $5. That was like $5. That's like nothing. That's nothing. I think the most.
The one in Tampa was like what, 10? 15?
Yeah, 10. It was 10 or $15. So yeah, it's not that bad. And then you don't have to pay for parking. The most expensive one is when he does that Super RetroCon one, because that's a big one.
Yeah.
And he has like 10 to 12,000 people show up for that. So I understand. That's the most expensive one. I think that one was like $30 to go to. But that was worth it though, because it's 2 days and it's like anything retro from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it's all over the place. It's amazing. So
The
yeah.
next one I think is the Galacticon coming up
Yeah, it's
at the convention center.
this one right here. August 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, he did at the convention center.
RP funding convention center in Lakeland, Florida. It's that big one.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, it's that big one, you know, with all the gray and blue inside the building. It's been in my vlog a couple of times.
That's the one where I went to for the Anime Fest.
Yeah, the big one. Yeah, that huge building. It's like a big convention center.
That's where me and Dave went for the Anime Fest.
Yeah, I saw the video because when you posted the video, I knew exactly where you were. I was like, oh, I'm like, so other people use that besides Jeff because it's so recognizable. You go in there and there's all that blue and gray paneling everywhere, and I'm like, oh, I know exactly where. I was like, I know exactly where James and Dave are. I'm like,
$12 for parking.
Yeah, but see, that though, if it's not Dave's convention, they'll make you. Like when me and Randall went there whenever we met Amy Jo Johnson, but that was just a normal convention. That wasn't a Dave convention. So Randall, I bought the tickets and Randall paid for the parking, and I was like, this sucks. And Randall's like, I told Randall, I said, Randall, see, I said if Jeff would have hosted this, he used to be a fanboy, and he knows it's a bitch to pay for parking. And Randall's like, oh, is that why we have to pay? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, because it's not Jeff's convention. I'm like, it's outside of Jeff's conventions, because Jeff doesn't make us pay for parking. I think the only time I've ever had to pay for parking was when he hosted that Super RetroCon one, because it's so big. I think that's the only time ever I've ever had to pay for parking. All of his other conventions are like a nice medium build, and like it's not too big, it's not too little. And he's like, oh, you guys don't have to pay for parking. Fuck that. And I'm like, yes. Yes. So, yeah, man. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get back to the show, but yeah, I just wanted to know what... So what's it called again, that frozen treat? Dole Whip.
It's called Dole Whip, as in Dole Pineapple.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. So, it's by Adventureland and all that. Is it by the... it's by the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise. Because I took Sega on the Jungle Cruise.
Where the Chattahoochee room is.
I know where you're talking about. Because I took Sega on... Before it started raining, that was the last ride that me and Sega went on. And then, right when... You'll see it in the vlog, my camera is waterproof. So, towards the end of the ride, me and Sega are getting off, and I went, oh man, it's starting to rain. And then I thanked the Jungle Cruise boatman. I said, hey, thanks, man. This is my friend's first time on the Jungle Cruise. And I said, hey, Sega, did you like it? Sega loved the Jungle Cruise, by the way. I was like... It's one of the most classic rides ever, Sega, at Disney. You have to ride it. And then we stood under an umbrella for like 15, 20 minutes because it was pouring down. And then me and Sega were like running towards a restaurant, and we stayed in a restaurant while it was pouring down. Then it finally stopped from a pour down to a sprinkle, and then Sega was like, hey, Fierce, do you mind if we hit the car? I've had enough. And I was like, yeah, Sega, I've had enough too. Because that was like, it was towards the end of the day. I think it was like, I don't know, it was like 6:30, almost 7 o'clock at night, and the sun was going down, and then rain, and I'm just like, all right, if Sega's had enough, I'm good. Because we got there early. We got there like at 9 in the morning. It was somewhere 9, 10 in the morning, and then we ate lunch around 1.
Morning, all day?
Oh, we were there all day. Oh, yeah. We ate lunch around 1 o'clock, and we went to the Polynesian, and we rode some rides, and he really loved the Walt Disney World People Mover, that ride.
Oh yeah,
he loved that one, and I'm like, well, that's a classic too.
That's one of the oldest attractions there. That's still there.
Yeah,
it hasn't changed.
But see, that one's still fun though.
Carousel Progress.
I love the Carousel Progress. Love it. There's a great.
They went back to Carousel Progress. The song they have is different from when I wrote it originally.
Oh, I thought it was always "There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow."
Originally, well, that song they have is what they originally played in the original production for the World's Fair.
Oh, okay. All right.
When I saw it, it was, now is the time, now is the best time, now is the best time of our lives.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's the one and then they went back to the World's Fair one.
Okay, yeah. Because that's probably my favorite Disney song. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I've used it so many times in my Disney vlogs. It's just such a great, upbeat song. You know, like, you should pursue your dreams and your passions while you're here on Earth, and don't ever give up on your dreams and your passions. And it's such an upbeat song. That's my favorite Disney song. Another favorite Disney song is, you know, Prince Ali, Ali Ababa, because Aladdin. I broke the tape when I was a kid. I watched it so many times. Aladdin is without a doubt my favorite Disney cartoon full-length movie. And then, I mean,
That's the one advantage of DVD over tape.
Yeah. The live, I'll be
DVD.
honest, the live action version of it, it's okay, but I lost a lot of respect for Will Smith when he lost his temper over a joke and he slapped Chris Rock. And I was like, oh, you are such a bitch for doing that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So
I agree with you there.
So I was like, I don't know, man. But he made that he made the Aladdin film before all that controversy and all that bullshit and all that crap, you know. Anyway, so yeah, man, we'll have to do the zoo stuff next week, because I don't know why I woke up, I was so damn tired. Maybe because I was on Lantern's show till like 4 or 4:30. I slept a lot today. I only edited for about an hour and a half. I had some eggs for breakfast. I had a sandwich for lunch. Talked to my mom for a little bit, and then in between the movie watching, I just had a bunch of naps.
What's that rain that came in today?
Yeah, it rained for, well, over here it rained for pretty much about 2.5 hours.
Good part of the morning.
Yeah, it rained for,
a good part of the day.
It rained for a good 2.5 hours, almost 3, but yeah, and it was a pour down.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a light sprinkle.
Yes,
it was a pour down, buddy. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the chat, man. I still got 2 more. I'm trying to do 10 guilty pleasures. I got cracking my neck and cracking my knuckles, pizza, BK Lounge, Mr. Lantern shows, traveling, movies, coffee, conventions, and I'll think of 2 more. All right, buddy. I'll see you.
Oh yeah.
I was. Dole Whip was. I was like, I don't know what Dave's talking about. I'm like, Dole Whip. I'm like, all right. Let me catch up with the chat here. So let's see here. Let's see. The last thing I read was Vision saying, my guilty pleasure is manipulating myself to Mama Tate. Oh! Well, Mama Tate, I mean, she is pretty sexy. You know, I'll give you that. Let's see. Nancy says, mine is Dairy Queen. Mama Tate says, wow, y'all. Nancy says, Mama Tate, you still got it. She does. Oh, yeah. Dave says, a pastrami and corned beef sandwich. Oh, that's another one. I like salami sandwiches. So, to me, the perfect sandwich for me, rye bread. So, rye bread, a little bit of mayonnaise, lettuce, 2 slices of salami, 2 pickles, and then another piece of rye bread. Amazing sandwich. Salami sandwich. I'm putting that for number 9. Salami sandwich. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. That's good. We're talking. You know what? I already know what number 10 is. Probably a big guilty pleasure, because I love it so much. Halloween the movie, and then Halloween the holiday, without a doubt. So Halloween. Those are my 10 guilty pleasures. There we are. Let me catch up with the chat. Mama Tate says, thanks, Nancy. You go, girl. That's right. Dole Whip is a classic Disney treat. I've never heard of it until now, Mama Tate. Like, I ate the Mickey ice cream bar as a kid, and then Sega wasn't impressed with it, as you guys could tell. I still like it. It's still good, but Sega Fierce was like, Sega was like, Fierce, I'm not having it. I want that lemon ice. And I was like, I'll get you the lemon ice. Don't worry. Let's see. Tina says, my guilty pleasure is sugar. Oh, yeah, Tina. I drink coffee and tea, sugar. Oh, yeah, Tina. My coffee, 2 sugars, 1 cream. Or 2 sugars and no cream. So, yeah. I try to drink it the way my dad did. Sometimes my dad would do no sugar. He would do sugar, 2 sugars with black with black coffee, no cream. Or 2 sugars, 1 cream. And so it's a good way to remember my dad, because I love me some coffee. Let's see. I should have put down AC. I love AC. Fears loves to be nice and cold, you know? Which is funny because I live in Florida. The only time I like being hot, I don't mind tanning. You know, like whenever I tan, I like to get hot. And then when I'm at the beach, I don't care about sweating. But like if I'm walking around the Disney park, sweating my balls off, I'm like, ugh. And then I have to sit down for like an hour. So it's a love-hate relationship. But I would rather live in the heat than in the bitter cold in Missouri. Ugh. Oh, Lord. No. Nice and cold. Nice and cold. Mama Take says, I take shots. Oh, there you go. Nice. Nice. Shots of whiskey in my face. Ooh. Wow. All right, there we go. Mama Tate is your guilty pleasure. Fears is great in bed. No, come on. I have never had sexual relations with Mama Tate. I've thought about it. But I've never acted on it. I thought about it, though, Mama Tate. I thought about it. But, I'm too spry for you. Fears has got a lot of energy. I would wear you down. Mama Tate. No lady has ever complained. No. Fears is... I'm the little engine that could. I can keep on going and going and going and going like that Energizer bunny. That's right. All right, let's see. What's next? Let's see here. 10 YouTube tips. Here we go. And then I'm going to call it a night. I keep yawning. 10 YouTube tips for success. Number 1, treat your audience with respect. That's right. Audience, fans. So treat your fans. Because I love my fans. Treat your fans with respect, and you will get respect. Number 2 is a big one. Oh, Dave says coffee. Yeah, I get it, Dave. Coffee is a nice guilty pleasure. Case in point, right here. Number 2. Fears has been trying to do number 2 for a while. Tip number 2, ignore as much of the trolls and hate as possible. I try to ignore a lot of it. Sometimes it gets in and it pisses me off. I do my very best job to either block out hate or not talk about it or deflect the hate. So yeah, I'm going to put down number 2. Ignore as much hate and trolls as possible. It is a challenge sometimes. Let's see here. I would say whatever's on your channel, put effort into it. I put a lot of effort into both channels, so put effort into whatever you upload. Can I call you Jackhammer John? Ooh, there you are. Who is that foreman? Oh, Lord. Mama Tate's getting horny. Mama Tate's getting really horny. Ah. Anyway. All right, so treat your fans with respect. Ignore as much hate and trolls as possible. Put effort into whatever you upload. I would say upload exciting stuff. Stuff that you're into. So upload things you like. Take time to edit your videos. So take time to edit, which I do. I'm trying to cover all my bases and give good YouTube tips. Let's see. Upload things you like. Let's see what else. Switch it up a little bit. Always keep. I'm gonna simplify. Keep the fans always guessing. I never tell you guys if I'm gonna upload a video one day or a stream, or is it just gonna be streaming, or is it this? And then Fearsman 26, I upload tons of different types of videos. So always be willing to switch it up. So always switch it up. Always keep the fans on their toes. In a good way. In a good way. So, yeah. Oh, God. I'm getting tired. I think I got too much sleep today. I'm struggling to stay awake. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Lord. Anyway, let's see here. What else? Always keep them on their toes. Experiment with your content. Like, if one thing doesn't work, at least try it, you know? Like, try something, you know? So experiment with your content. Let's see. Be consistent. Be consistent. I try to be as consistent as I can. I need to get more consistent with videos, but I'm pretty consistent with my stream. So be consistent. And then number 10, I always try to be drama-free, but sometimes drama finds my way. So try to be drama-free. It's hard. There we are. All right. Well, that about sums it up for today. Oh, my Lord. Well, I'm almost over these sniffles and this cold, but yeah. I'm going to save this for tomorrow. I'm going to review this tomorrow because I am fucking tired. So tonight's watches are Booyah and I started watching this and then I fell asleep. So Triple, I'm sorry. I'm going to rewatch this because I got to the part where Jamie Lee Curtis's character is sitting outside a laundromat and then I don't know what happened after that because I was fucking conking away. So there it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Those are the two watches, tonight. Anyway, I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Pretty good stream. Pretty good. I did talk to Walter. I just want to let you guys know. I'm going to stay out of the Discord for about a week or two, but I did write him, and he said he accepts my apology, and I accept his apology. And I still need to unblock him. I unblocked him on the Discord, but I said, I need your link, so I'm waiting for Walter to send me his YouTube link so I can unblock him. And I said, I will, but hopefully things get back to normal soon. So, yeah, dude. Anyway, let's see. Tina says, my guilty pleasure is soda. That's a good one, Tina. I mean, that is a good one. And I only try to drink soda when I'm out and about, Tina, because soda is very fattening. So, yeah. I lost a lot of weight after getting rid of, soda. So, yeah. Anyway, Nancy says goodbye to everyone. Peace! Anyway, time to throw out some plugs to all my friends, and then I'm going to take a shower, and I'll probably take a little nap, and then I'm going to go watch those movies, and then I may go to church tomorrow. I'm like drained of energy. I'm really fucking tired. So, it's time to take a nap. Oh, shit. Mama Tate says, love you all. Yeah, dude. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Dave Phillips. Let's get him to 50, guys, so he can do some live streaming. Subscribe to Mama Tate on YouTube. She's one crazy mama, but subscribe to Mama Tate. Subscribe to James Phillips on YouTube and his Twitch. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears, the host with the most, at FearsMan26, the main channel. Fears Vlogs is channel number 2. All right. Anyway, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys next time.